Hey guys, how you doing? So I've got my Shankly Universal Coil Spring Compressor, and I've got a set of struts off of a 2012 Jeep Patriot. And I did a review on this when I first bought it, but I didn't have a set of struts to try it on. So other than just going over the function of how this works and how it's designed, I wasn't able to actually do an actual demonstration of this working. And I got a lot of negative flack over that because people wanted to see it work. Well, I'm going to show you how it works, how good it works. I've always been impressed with it. The type of coil spring compressor that I used for years was this one right here. And I tell you what, there was a few times that I was a little worried about using this. In fact, you can tell, you can see the you can see how that's stripped right there. That's why I ended up buying this one. For a small compact coil spring compressor, this is typically all I've ever used, or this style here, and then, until I got this. So I want to show you how this works. It's really a very good design, and we're going to give this a go. So let me get the camera set up, and we're going to connect it to this, and we're going to compress it and show you this thing in action. So usually the first thing I do is screw these down to this section here. And all you got to do is hold it. I wish they would have made this fit in the case with these screwed down to this position right here. Now once you get that down, you want to come up here to pretty much the highest point on the spring. Yeah, I want you guys to be able to see this. So, and then you're going to clamp this up and then run this collar up. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one on over here. And you'll be able to see this one whenever I get it on. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. You do want them about 180 degrees from one another. Now that one's ready to go. And now this one's ready to go. So basically all you do is, I am going to use an impact, and it does actually say in their instructions that you're perfectly fine using an impact. You do want to make sure that your screws are lubricated. A little bit of grease wouldn't hurt. I never use this, but it is designed to couple these together. You just take the Allen head right here, put those together, tighten all that up, and that's supposed to, I guess, help hold it in position, or if it does fly apart, keeps them together. But I never use this. So I'm just going to alternately start tightening this up. As I do, it's going to compress this spring until we can eventually get this upper bearing off. You do want to be wearing safety glasses just in case. Never put your face or even your hand over the bearing whenever you get this thing fully compressed, or as you're compressing it. Now it should be ready to take this off. I can tell down here along the bottom it is not pressed up against the pad. Now you can replace your bearing or your spring or your strut or whatever you need to do. Now you just release those if you needed to, or put your new strut on. Get your nut started. Now we're going to go back apart. Same deal, but in reverse, alternately. We're going to release this. As we're releasing it, we're going to make sure that the strut is sitting where it needs to sit. Everything's looking good. And there you have it. Like I say, this is my favorite style do-it-yourself spring compressor. Works very, very good. It's very comfortable to use as far as making you feel safe, because the way this is clamped onto the spring, and if you use the little U coupler or whatever they call that, just give you that extra little peace of mind. There's the screw itself. And the way I run this back to store it, and unfortunately you do have to run this back up to the end for it to fit in its storage box. But that's obviously not a big deal. And that's plenty good right there to have it fit in the box. Anyway, this was the Shankly, but there's other people that make this same style. Highly recommend it. Does a good job. No complaints from me. Anyway, you guys take care. We'll see you.